What's up, Sean Q22? Right here on YouTube, coming back at you with another message due. Hey, look, I'm gonna get that intro flowing one of these days, but for right now, like, that's how it is, you feel me? Like, I'm going with the flow, I'm with the current, you feel me? As I see this little moth, white moth come past me and this bird fly across, you feel me? But a message for you. Um, this ain't to offend nobody or to degrade anybody's character. However, to my chosen family, to the chosen ones, yo, when you on the up and up, your family, your friends, the people you thought that was your family and your friends, whether bloodline or not, those people are going to start to disappear. Because one of the things that I've learned on this trial and on this ride of finding myself is finding out that you have a contract with the universe. You have a covenant with the universe. And not everybody, a lot of those people wasn't even present when you agreed with your higher and lower self and also agreed with this vessel that your soul will be edified by this during this life experience. That, yo, we got something to do. You know, my mind, my vessel, my soul has something to do. And I didn't come here alone, and you didn't come here alone. But trust and believe, you will be left alone during the trial and tribulation of becoming your true self on this plane. And so when you cross other paths, when you meet other people, it's gonna be times that you're gonna be triggered by a situation that's gonna want you to go back. It's gonna want you to be like, oh, I love them and their family, and I found forgiveness in my heart. And I'm not saying that finding forgiveness in your heart is a bad thing or having forgiveness is a bad thing. What I'm telling you is don't get so attached to this life that you begin to deter from your contract of purpose. Because I know I've been caught into so much family and so many friends that it deterred me. And it was because I decided to deflect from my contract. But that was already written, what was going to happen. It was already known, you know, when I got here. And this is why, like, excuse me, my head be itching sometimes when I ask certain questions, because we shake our head and we say no. And we actually do know the answer. We may not be able to put all of the puzzle pieces together, but it does make sense that, you know, when you find yourself on a new job, you have a new duty. So, excuse me, when you find yourself in a new place, it means that you have to perform that duty now. You know what I'm saying? New place, new space, new plane, and so new mind. And in order for you to amplify that and live to your fullest, you got to go through the separation process. You got to go through the people hurting you. You got to go through the BS, because it's all there to amplify your strength. It's not there to harm or to hurt you. We harm and we hurt ourselves when we get so attached to something and don't want to let it go. That's how we hurt ourselves. It's not by the influence of other people. It's not by the negative things that go on or the good things. It's all of our will's power. And the will that we have is the one that controls this vessel. So if you get in touch with your emotions, please be ready for your boat to be rocked. You feel me? Because once your boat is rocked, welcome to the game. If you're not ever experienced going through losing some things or some possessions or some people, and I mean that, you know, if it hasn't happened to the point where it's clicking to you, that day will come for you. And when that day comes, know that the haterade is more potent than the liquor. You feel what I'm saying? Just across the board, it's some potent stuff, and it's to detox you from that poison, you know. As spoken before, like I grew up in an environment where it was just like a war zone. It was always bombs being thrown, and in that war zone, in that state of mind, in that programming, like it is very much so hard to try to build yourself out of that. It is very much so hard to try to grab every grenade that somebody keep throwing at you and throwing back at them, when the best thing for you to do is don't even wait for the next bomb to be thrown. Get the fuck out of Dodge. And if that means being by yourself and being lonely and going without food and water for a little bit, it's gonna count, because you're gonna be replenished. To be honest, you always have food and water. You know what I mean? It may not be what you have eaten on a normal basis or on the average that you were taught to eat, but when you get outside and you get in the light and you get in the sun and you breathe in all this good prana, all this good air, man, it amplifies and it exalts your aura. You feel me? The sun is here to add to your fire. The air is here to add to your breath. The water is here to add to your currency. And your soul is here to add to the abundance thereof that already dwells outside and within you. So when you begin to let go, grow. When you begin to let go, know that everything that you feel like you missed out on, or you feel like you got to go back to go get, remember to move forward with the knowledge of having that. And if you want it back, go get it for yourself. And don't put on the mindset that I don't need no help, because that's the ego. I don't need no help. I don't need nobody. That's the ego. The opposite of that is receiving everything and everybody and having the will to not be attached to it. People say, I want to go outside, but it's too hot. You're attached to the heat. Detach from the heat and enjoy the weather. I want to go see my friends, but she something, her feet stink. Detach from your friend feet being stinking and just let her be your friend. And have the will to tell your friend her feet stink. Or tell her, hey sis, your foundation may be off. You feel what I'm saying? But the point of this message is to let you know is that you're going to fall short, but you're not going to fall below. You're going to fall short. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to lose people. People are going to lose you. And that's a part of detaching and detoxing and becoming into the new, where there are no toxic things that can get in your way because you've built up that protection for yourself. Now you have more discernment, and that takes practice. That's every day. Every opportunity you get is an opportunity for success. And it's all for you.